Alright, welcome to Capsule Monsters Coliseum. This is an old favorite of mine that I always liked to play as a child. I've come back to it time and time again. So this is what it'll be. It's kind of like Fire Emblem. When I started to play Fire Emblem, it immediately reminded me of this game, and as a result, it's actually one of my favorite series ever. I just kind of like to play it. It is I think it is the first Yu-Gi-Oh game I ever owned as a kid. It's 18 years old now, so that was 6. It sounds about right. I took a suggestion on what symbol I should use by my cousin, and that is what I will do. So I will do a certain symbol that you will see after these. The film grain filter is great. Gotta love it. Even by 2000, 18 years ago, 2004, film grain peak. Nothing can be better than it. So this also goes off a little bit of the manga for Season 0. For those who know what Season 0 is. For those who don't know what it is, it was released before Yu-Gi-Oh! Became what it is known for today. The manga writer originally wrote it to be a horror game type of genre, where the Pharaoh would go around playing games with all these bad people and kill them or torture them in several different ways. Capsule Monsters was one of the games that were played before the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game came into play. So there are some elements in this game that reference that, and you will not see any reference to them being made in any other game, or at least none that I have seen or played. Forbidden Memories doesn't do it. None of the GBA games do. So, there are two different things. There's purchase starter kit, and then there's build custom. The starter kit, I would suggest for anyone that would be new to playing this game, because this process can make or break you going into the game later on. I have played it enough times, so I can do custom, since I know what I'm doing. You'll see what I mean by it can make or break you later on in the game, and if you don't know what's going on, it could hurt. Also, with the purchase starter, it tells you the purpose of each symbol and what their thing is. So, since Thunder was the suggestion and wanted one, that is pretty much all-out attack, because Thunder monsters pack a big punch, but they have a lot of low HP and low defense. To my knowledge, this part of the symbol is just aesthetic. I always like the rings and the wing but I'm gonna go with the ring this time. Same thing with the color, purely aesthetic. I like this. This is where it comes into play. Monster points is the points you get to buy monsters from, or capsules from, Grandpa's shop. AP is the amount of points you have at the start of each round. PP is the health. So normally what I like to do is I like to put up AP a lot, like a whole lot, and then put up the monster points a little bit. I don't think I need 200. I'll start out with like 175. That seems fair. And the PP doesn't matter. There's one stage specifically where it might matter, but it happens so far on that I'm not worried about it. And after you create your well, actually, no. If you do the purchase, it does this little spiel first, and then it lets you choose your symbol, I think.
Grandpa!
But for those who are new, I'd suggest the starter kit.
What are you doing? I knew you wouldn't have prepared anything. You're always so impatient. I brought monsters that you can use in the tournament. That's my grandpa. Hold your horses. I never said I was giving you these for free. I'll exchange them for monster points. Monster points? You can earn monster points by winning during the tournament. Keep winning to get more and more. But I haven't battled even once yet. But didn't you just create a symbol? That gave you monster points. Use those to start with. Let me give you some tips. Monsters can be separated into light, dark, fire, water, earth, wood, wind, and thunder. In other words, each monster has a different attribute. And each attribute has a different advantage and disadvantage. I'll explain what they are, but if you don't think you can remember them, I suggest you take notes. Are you ready? Here they are.
You don't have to take notes for this. It might be a little easier, but when the battle begins,
is strong against dark.
Just like in Fire Emblem, if you go on a tile
fire is
that
strong
is
against
empty,
wood, and
a little
water is
options
strong against fire.
Section pops up,
Earth is strong
and
against
this
thunder,
little chart
and wood
is in
strong
it.
against wind.
Like, some of them make sense,
Wind is strong against water, and thunder is strong
but
against
other
light.
ones don't make sense. Like thunder and light, that doesn't make sense. Water
That's
and
it.
wind over water, that doesn't make sense.
If you remember
Wood over
these
wind
relationships,
doesn't
it
make
will
sense.
increase
But the
your
earth
chances for
to
victory.
the thunder makes sense. The light to dark makes sense.
So
the
only
fire
having monsters
to
of a
wood,
single attribute is dangerous.
and the water to fire.
That's my grandson. You learn quickly.
But also when you make your symbol, keep in mind that whatever your symbol is strong against,
However, you
as
should always
you
take your opponent's
level up
attribute
your
into
symbol,
account. That's another important point to
that
remember.
monster type gets weakened. So pretty much what will be weak for me is light.
Well, the rest
Another
is up to
thing
you.
that helps out, because your symbol
I
helps
understand.
two out. The type
Can
you
you show me
choose,
the monsters?
and what it's weak to. Or, okay, so dark in the case of thunder, because dark beats earth and earth beats thunder, so it gives you coverage. So this is what you can get. Depending on what symbol you choose, your monster selection will become differently. Like for this symbol specifically, you get this normally in Area 2, but since I chose Thunder, it's here immediately. There is a way to get all Exodia. I'm also gonna get some Karibos aren't bad. Now, since I'm level 1, and my symbol isn't leveled up at all, I could get like 1 to 2 lights, and Scalangle and Happy Lover are actually decent. Fires are nice to have, but since our first opponent uses literally 4 Fire Reapers, I'm gonna get a Root Water and a Psychic Kappa. Earth is nice to have because they have the highest amount of power points. Wind isn't bad. Karama is nice. Petite Moth is good later on. Drollbird is good. And yeah, I used all my monster points, so this is all I could buy. Now, going back to the beginning, you see, I didn't get all that powerful good monsters. I could have gotten like a Feral Imp, but you need to buy at least 10 capsules in order to be complete. And if you can't do that, then you're just going to have a lot of very, very bad capsules. So, like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, I would just suggest starter kit. Everything will be sorted out. You'll have 10 monsters. The AP will be chosen for you. The PP will be chosen for you. And obviously, you won't have any monster points because you used all the monster points that the game would give you for free.
I've been waiting for you.
With
Joey!
The symbol.
The one and only. And don't think I'm gonna take it easy on you just because you're my friend.
Leveling up your symbol
I'm not holding anything back.
is
Then let's get started, Joey!
a thing that is nice that will help out later on in the game. Like right now, Thunder's pretty weak because it will die in 1 to 2 hits for anything. Doesn't even matter what I choose for a card right now because Joey will automatically choose to go second. Going first in this game is good for 2 reasons. The first reason is you could see the capsules that your opponent's using and how they set them up and everything. And then you choose afterwards. The second one is, obviously, you summon first.
Okay, I'll select my monsters to play with.
Wait a sec.
What's wrong, Yugi?
There's a limit on which monsters you can use, which is determined by monster points.
You mean the points I paid in order to get monsters?
Yeah, each stage has a set limit of monster points. And the total monster points of the monsters you use cannot exceed the limit.
I see. That means if the monster point limit of the stage is 100, then I can use 10 monsters that are 10 monster points each. Or I can only use 5 monsters if they are 20 monster points each.
That's right. So you have to think carefully about the balance of which monsters to use.
Okay. Thanks, Yugi.
There's also a maximum deployment that you can see towards the upper right-hand side. You can choose a Root Water, Psychic Kappa, oh, I should have gotten some more Thunders. Doesn't matter right now. I'll do a Larvas, Karama, Forbidden Piece, and that is all I'll be able to do unless if I change Karama for Drollbird and then select Petite Moth. Now, Petite Moth might seem weak now, but this game has evolution in it. So, like, I'll just set them back here. I'm not gonna use them. So a better version of a monster is pretty much what evolution is for. So, Petite Moth can go up to Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. I just have to up the level of it. Evolve it to Larva Moth.
It's time to start!
Okay, now this is where the AP skill comes in.
In order to move your pieces, you need AP.
I see. Each piece has a set requirement of AP.
Come on.
And if I move it, then the AP on the screen decreases, correct?
Yep. And if you don't have enough AP, then you can't move your pieces anymore.
So I have to be careful about the amount of AP when thinking about how to move my pieces.
Uh-huh. But first, you can't move anything if you don't summon monsters from your capsules. So you have to choose which monsters to summon.
You're right. Okay.
Okay, I like to summon off the monsters that move a lot first. Because you can snipe monsters in their capsule. I haven't been able to do it against Joey, but it is possible.
I'll show you what it takes to be a true duelist.
Now, why they gave Joey just Fire Reapers when he didn't use them once in the show, I won't understand. But whatever makes the game developers happy, I guess.
I'll tear down your defenses.
Here comes another's field.
Hey, right now you saw the AP increase, right?
What? Yes, you are correct.
Where it says AP on the screen, there's a number with a plus sign next to it.
Yes. This number must be the amount of AP that increases on my turn.
Yeah, and if you summon a monster, it'll increase.
That means either I move a summoned monster, or I summon so that I can move more pieces. That's something I need to think about.
It's important to make a decision based on the situation.
Oh, I should show you what I meant. Attribute chart. See? With that, it just shows you.
Its ability decreased.
That terrain is not good for your piece's attribute.
If then its ability decreases. But if the terrain is favorable, then the ability increases.
Yeah, you can check by looking at your piece's ability.
I see. Then, I should be on the same terrain as my attribute as much as possible.
It changes depending on the situation, but it's worth remembering.
Also, you can move your symbol. It costs 50 AP to do it. And I don't really see a situation where I'll need to do that. Just yet, anyways. Like I said, later on, much later on. There will be a need for it. But yeah, I'm not even going to use Petite Moth. I'm just going to have him chill out and get XP points because there's bonus points at the end of the stage. A lot of people get stuck on Joey and are
What? You can't be serious. This can't
disheartened
happen.
from playing it afterwards. The first time I played, it took me a good, like, probably 15 tries to beat Joey. am I in the range to attack? Yeah, but I'll also lose Drollbird. And I won't destroy his monster, so not worth it. Now it's worth moving. You could turn the battle animation on or off. I'll show each different monster animation once, just so people can get the experience of seeing it. I know some people really enjoy it. Let's turn it off just on muscle memory.
This sucks big time.
Drollbird is actually an overlooked monster. One of my buddies, when I was playing it the first time, showed me an actual power of Drollbird.
What? No way!
And like every monster that has a high moving stat. Yeah, I want Larvis to get this kid. Larvis is another monster that's able to evolve later on in the game.
I wouldn't expect anything less, Yug.
But I'm not going to be using a lot of my energy on light monsters, because later on they're not going to be too good. Let's watch a piece of Exodia destroy something for once in its life. Yep, that's right, it's just a leg. Kind of funny.
Okay. It's the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. I gotta make my move now or it's over. Yep, that's the Yugi I know. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna surrender. Win it quick and slick. That's my motto.
Then let's get started, Joey.
Then let's get started, Joey. I wasn't concentrating, and I paid for that.
Not really. I knew what I was doing. Okay, since you've seen every single monster attack once other than Root Water, you can turn off the battle animation for now.
But it survived.
It's probably going up again, or is it going? So I have a choice.
I'm ahead. I'll finish this duel quickly.
I can destroy one of these using Psychic Kappa and Larvis. I'll destroy this one.
What? No way!
That was a lot of damage, but it survived.
Like, this is another utility for Drollbirds. Say I started to lose or do something, I can just move them way up, get close to the symbol. Just to show a utility that it has. Now, you haven't seen Root Water, so I'll let you see his attack.
Ah, this isn't looking good.
Can't tell, I really like Larvis.
This will finish you!
And that's Joey.
It's all over!
Now, at the beginning, you're thinking, well, a lot of people get this get angry and stuff since they lose to Joey all the time. And I just come in here without losing a single monster. That's because I know what I'm doing. Most people that just pick up this game don't know what they're doing.
That I lost. Now don't you be losing any other duels, alright?
Of course! I won't let you down!
I'm trying to talk when they're not talking. Sometimes it just doesn't click in my head. People that don't know what they're doing, they obviously don't know what they're doing. So they're not gonna do all that well when they first pick up the game.
Hey, Yugi!
What's wrong, Joey?
And lose to Joey all the time.
There's something I forgot to tell you about this tournament. There are 5 opponents in each area. And if you don't beat them all, you can't move on.
That means I just defeated you, Joey, so I have to defeat 4 more opponents.
Right. And if you clear 4 areas, a whole new path opens up.
A new path? What's that?
Like I know. Well, just keep winning. And maybe it'll all make sense later. So keep at it, buddy.
Thanks, Joey. That's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah, beat their butts. See you later.
A new path?
I don't know what the new path is, but we're traveling on our own road right now. No matter who we face on this road, we must win. And we'll do it together.
Yeah!
Alright, and I'll do it for episode 1. Forgotten Capital, Joey. Episode 2, we'll face another familiar opponent. Until then.